Three, two, one. We are back. Welcome back to another live stream episode, everyone. I hope everyone's doing good. What I will say is, I have seen a couple YouTubers out there. I'm not going to mention their names specifically, but they've been kind of cowardice on standing on all fours when it comes to this Iran stuff. You know what I mean? Because they're like, well, Trump did some good things before. I like all these people. I think they're good people, but they're very young people. Some of them may be naive, and I would like to debate them
You've
about
got
it.
you've got me curious now. Is it people with actual shows?
Yeah, it's some people with some smaller shows. I'm not going to mention anyone specifically, but I would like to debate them. They were talking about how Trump was doing a good job before he got into this Iran conflict, which I just
You know,
completely disagree with. I think that
here's
Trump is
part
doing
of
a
the
great
problem.
job.
Here's part of the problem with the Iran conflict. You've got too many people that are anti-Trumpers that are masquerading as actual news, saying, "Oh, Trump's losing the war, Iran's winning," and they're listening to that bullshit.
Yeah. And a lot of people's opinions on them will get on them and say, "Oh, look at the gas prices. The gas prices are so high."
You
Not
got
even
too many
realizing, huh?
Trumpers that are masquerading. Hold on. News
Don't be
there.
playing it at the same time. Holy.
No, I'm not. I am, but I'm not on purpose. I got it.
You're good. You're
I
good.
couldn't mute it. I still had my shit plugged in where my headphones are plugged into my laptop. So I'm pulling up YouTube so I can see the comments. And it wouldn't let me mute it down unless I did it through my headphones because it was still hooked up.
Fair enough. No, they're just saying, "Oh, the
Yeah.
gas prices. This is just unneeded gas price. They're just raising the gas prices for no reason."
You know what? Quit whining over gas prices. Democrats ain't going nowhere, no how.
Yeah, so every single Democrat we've had in the last 20 years has caused us to have gas prices over $5. Barack Hussein Obama, gas over $5. We got, who else do we got? We got Joe Biden, gas over $5. I mean, the last Democrat that had gas under control was Bill Clinton. And
Hell, yeah. The early 2000s was decent for fuel.
so why should
Hey,
we
Trace,
trust why should we
you got
trust
a
these
little
Democrats with our
topsy-turvy under
gas
Bush.
prices? I mean, shit, we had higher gas prices than we had right now. We were in any kind of war conflict. We were at war with ourselves. We had gas over $5. As bad as things were under Joe Biden and Barack Obama, I'm okay with any gas under $5.
Yep.
Not to mention, the gas prices does benefit our economy in some ways or another.
Oh, I met some Jews at the Food City down by my house yesterday, by the way.
Oh, they were probably celebrating because it was Shabbat.
Well, yeah, they was. Is that what they do? They celebrate because they bought a
Yeah,
lot of beer.
every Friday is Shabbat. They drink wine or they drink beer, and they don't go on the internet. They put their phones away, and it starts at 7 p.m.
Okay. Okay, that's what they were fixing to do.
We
Hey,
got Sir
thank you,
off roll.
Sarah.
He said, "Beard guy, our next president in Israel."
Thank you. I appreciate it. That makes me feel good, anyways. Um, yeah, I told them about the show. They're supposed to check it out, and they loved everything I told them about it, and they didn't have no issues with me wearing this. They thought it was awesome.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I know
So
there's been some talks about the Jews and the Christians, and I was having a debate earlier. I don't know if you watched it, but the guy started to point out to me that some Christian missionaries got spit on by some Jews because the Christians were harassing the Jews in their neighborhood and screaming at them and telling them if they don't convert that they're going to burn in hell. And I just wanted to point out that, I'm not a big fan of Muslims, but we got Christians spitting on Muslims. We got Muslims spitting on Christians and Jews. We got Jews spitting on Christians. So for me, I don't like when people point this out and say, well, look at this one person spitting on them. Because back in November in Florida last year, we had a like I said, I don't really give a damn about this, quite frankly, but a group of college students in Tampa Bay, Florida, they spit on some Muslims at their college campus because they were praying Allah, Allah on the middle of college campus. So they spit on them. So the way I look at it is, man, it's just all kinds of religious radicalism. People need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, think about it. I mean, if you are going to be evangelical about your religion, just coming out and just there's ways of going about it, and I don't think you're going to burn in hell is one of them. That's what I think.
I agree with Surf. All the spitting thing, it's like nitpicking 0.0001% of the population. I mean, the majority of people that live in Israel are not really the super religious Jews that you think of. They're more secular. They're not like super,
You
super
know,
religious. They're not like Orthodox. It's mostly just secular Jews in Israel. That's 45% of the population.
but my Bible tells me to support Israel and to support the Jewish people. And at that point, I think if there's a group of people that I necessarily don't have to be evangelical with, it would be the Jews. Okay, whatever's going on between whether they believe Jesus is the Messiah or not is between them and Jesus. I'm here to accept them with loving arms if they do decide to go Christian. But I think they're going to be just fine as Jews as far as God's concerned.
This guy says no one's spitting here. I never saw someone spitting on Christian or anyone. That's Surf. He's in Israel right now. He's never seen any Jews spitting on Christians. We got Dershawn. He's never seen any Jews spit on Christians. Even Dershawn said if he's seen that kind of activity, or if any kind of Jew saw that kind of activity, they're going to step in and it's going to turn into probably a violent situation. So,
Yeah,
there are
just
plenty of good
face it.
Jews out there in
There's
Israel
there's
that would
good
stand up for the
there's
Christian
good and
brothers.
bad in every camp.
Yeah, there's good and bad in every camp. I agree with it 100%.
Yeah,
You're welcome to Israel. You'll have a great time. I'm going to try to get him to
that,
take a trip with me next year to Israel. I think we
that's
should
on
do
my
it
bucket list. There is to go to Israel. You just don't know that is on my bucket list. And
because there's
you
not
know
another
what?
guy that I would rather be trapped in a bunker with other than you. I'm just going to, at least we could laugh and have a story and say, oh, the Muslims are trying to get us. Now we're in an underground bunker.
Hey, you probably don't want. Let me tell you what. I was in a clubhouse that might have been used as a target. And when I started seeing holes pop up on the walls, I didn't duck and hide behind the counters or anything. I grabbed what cash was in my pocket and I walked up to the wall and I started stapling it to the wall. And then a couple others saw what I was doing and they started doing the same thing. Everybody started stapling money to the wall because if your money, they knew how this game worked. If your money developed a hole, you got all the money on the wall.
He says, nah, it'll be great. Don't worry. I believe you. We probably will have a great time. I mean, I can already imagine. We got to go to all the sites over there. We got to go to Jerusalem. We got to go to Bethlehem. We got to go to Nazareth. We got to go to Tel Aviv. I mean, this would have to be like at least a week and some day trip, maybe even 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, it'd have to be a 2 week trip. If I'm going halfway around the world, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it would take
And
us like 14 hours to get over there. Maybe,
that's what I'm
yeah, about
saying.
14. Yeah.
And that's if you don't have a layover somewhere.
No, we definitely have a layover. I don't think there is any direct flights to Israel, not that I know of.
No, I wouldn't think so either. I'd say we would hop across the pond, I'd say we'd probably have a layover before we went across the Atlantic. I'd say we'd have at least two layovers.
What do you think of these idiots in the comment section saying that Trump just got assassinated? They're deranged in the head. These people are mental, absolutely nutcases. We got
What
another
will
super
be
chat question. What will
what
be
will
the
be the
solution to
solution
make
to
peace?
make peace? I guess they're talking about in the Middle East.
Yeah, with
Honestly,
Iran.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not worried about peace at this point in time. Um, you know, yeah, our death toll isn't huge. We don't have a big death toll. Matter of fact, I consider our death toll small. But you an attack on one is an attack on all, and it wouldn't hurt my feelings a bit if Trump had taken the possibility of peace off the table for the next month and did nothing but bomb them for a whole month. Um, I'm sitting back. I'm waiting for him to turn Tel Aviv into glass. I think that there's a third. If there's a third nuke dropped, it's going to be in Tel Aviv.
A third nuke dropped? By who?
Yeah, by us. We've already dropped two.
Tel Aviv is in Israel.
No, I'm sorry, Tehran. I'm sorry. Forgive me, my Israeli brothers and sisters. Tehran.
I was gonna be saying, what the hell is he talking about dropping a nuke in Tel Aviv?
Calm down, Nazis. Calm down, okay? I didn't go full Nick Fuentes with you, okay? I just got mixed up between Tehran and Tel Aviv. Tehran.
Israel isn't entitled to my tax dollars for protection. Well, most likely you don't really even pay any taxes. If you make under $75,000 a year, you're getting back basically all your taxes at the end of the year except Medicare and Social Security. And people in chat are saying Iran is going to be lit up tonight. What do you think about that?
What Trump said. That's what he said. I mean, I've been waiting for it. Maybe tonight's the night. Do we want to take bets?
I mean, I don't, but I believe it's going to happen. Oh, we got another
That's
buddy
a
from
good thing.
Israel out here. Ronnie, how you doing, Ronnie? Stay safe, man. I know something's going to be happening very soon with the whole Middle East. Brother, Palestine didn't exist. Oh, his literal name is Egypt. Hey, Egypt, why didn't you take the Palestinians in?
Good question. Why don't y'all take the Palestinians in? I mean, everybody, the world tells us to take our illegals in. Why don't y'all take the Palestinians in?
Did you
Why
see
can't
what's
y'all be as
going on?
big as America?
Yeah, why can't
I
y'all be
saw
like
where.
America? You saw the thing in Spain that happened?
Yes, and let me tell you what, that is a straight up invasion right there. That is completely out of control. That situation, there's only one way that situation should have been handled, in my opinion, and it is complete violence. There's no nonviolent way to handle that situation. And to me, I didn't see very many women and children in those groups of people.
I didn't see a single woman or children. I've watched countless videos. I did not see a single woman or children. And you know, this
Yeah.
doesn't just randomly happen. You can't tell me that randomly on a Thursday or Wednesday that 80,000 Muslims just randomly decided, not collaborated, not coordinated. They just randomly decided to invade Spain randomly on a random Thursday. They all just happen to meet there at the same exact time and do that. Now that is
Well,
coordinated.
if you're going to do anything like that illegal out in the daylights of public, you got to do it with masses. It's like, I know this story about a biker, and they supposedly made it from Louisville, Kentucky to, I think it's right outside Findlay, Ohio. I think it was Sandusky. They made it in 4 hours. To do it in 4 hours, they were
Morocco was
traveling.
putting out information that you would get asylum, and they also released 1,200 prisoners. And also, some of those Moroccans were interviewed, and allegedly they said they seen a Facebook and Instagram post. I wonder what that
You know, I
Facebook and
did
Instagram post said. Come Wednesday at 7 o'clock, we're gonna band together. What did that post say? Very, very curious about what that post said.
did get a high five from the Jewish people I met when I told them. I said, Nick Fuentes sees us as having a Jew problem, but me personally, I see us as having a Muslim problem. And they gave me a high five
Oh my gosh.
right in the middle of the
That's
grocery store.
awesome.
So, I don't have breaks. You know me. If somebody asks my opinion, I'm going to give it. And
Yeah,
I've
no,
said
I'm
some
with you
fun.
100%. I'm yet to meet, even the people that I meet other than one or two people. Even the people I meet that complain about the Jews, they know the real problem is the Islamists. They know radical Islam. They can't deny the numbers. 87% of global terror attacks, 47,000 Muslim terror attacks just since the 1970s.
Hey, our buddy Gus Pritchett is in the chats. He says free Azov. What? I would expect no less from a Nazi there, Gus Pritchett.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so we've acknowledged you, Gus, okay, without a super chat. So would you please stop spanning free Azov?
Sending hate from London, England. I think you should be hating on your own political leaders rather than Americans. We're not the one that screwed your country up. We didn't let hundreds of thousands of third worlders come into England on a boat. That would be your prime minister, Keir
Cody
Starmer.
Williams. Cody Williams, evidently you've not read the Bible because the Bible says that Jesus' skin was olive, not brown.
So once again, y'all are wrong.
You tell
Tajika
me in
or
the
whatever,
Bible
yeah.
where it says, I think if you're worried about what color his skin is, I think you're going to lose the entire meaning of what the Bible's about. It was never about skin color.
Now these people most of the times are atheists. Oh, my grandma is Jewish, but Gaza, they're unaliving children. You gotta think a little
Yeah, when
bit
I hear
bigger than just
someone
pointing out children losing their life. Name a single war where children aren't dying. You
when
can't.
I hear someone say my grandma's Jewish, what I just heard is I'm not Jewish.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Exactly, Tracy. Why are they fixated and worried about what color Jesus' skin was? Because I'm here to tell you right now, you think God's going to discriminate based on race? He's going to say, no Chinaman allowed in heaven. No, he's not. It's going to be whether or not he knew you.
Let's check out this comment right here. They said Spain really can't kick out all those Muslims. They went there for protection. Protection against who? Other Muslims? Sure, they can kick them out. Use force. Use force. I don't care what kind of weapons, what kind of guns. You can shoot a space laser down from the sky. Do whatever you need to do to protect your border and kick these people out.
Slingshots. Have you ever seen the videos of not a slingshot, but using a sling where there's an art to it? But let me tell you what, when them things crack, and I've seen the little rocks they use explodes on other rocks.
Poland uses water hoses.
Yeah, but Poland is in a very cold area, aren't they? I could see water hoses being a deadly weapon up there.
I mean, I would put maybe some tear gas in that water or something. I don't know. I don't know if that would work or what, but I would put something in there that burns the hell out of their eyes. It should
I
temporarily
would
make
just
sure they can't open their eyes.
I believe that we'd if it was me, I'd put piss in it.
And did you see? I would too. Hell, 300,000 top Haitians are about to be deported, approved by the Supreme Court. Yeah, what do you think about that? We got 300,000 Haitians lost their temporary status. They had a temporary status to stay here. What did you think about that?
I think that we need a job surplus in America, and we got to get everybody that don't belong here out of here. Temporary. And they had a temporary
They had to
temporary
go to
stay.
the Supreme Court. They had to go to the Supreme Court just to ask them if they could take away their temporary status. It says temporary in the status. It shouldn't even be a
Exactly. It doesn't say
question.
forever. It's temporary.
It shouldn't
So
even
it's
be a
time.
question.
Why did they ever even come here to begin with?
Well, if Muslims are so great, why are their countries so horrible? And a gentleman earlier pointed out Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia only just recently outlawed child marriage. Saudi Arabia has Sharia law.
Dre GZ says that the Haitians don't belong here.
Well,
Brother Rose said, do you support this Texas father shooting and killing illegal immigrant trying to carjack his vehicle with his wife and kids inside and faces no charges. Okay, I would like to know more, but I'm taking it that the person trying to carjack was facing no charges, is what I'm going to take that as. And let me tell you what, regardless of charges, a good father is going to protect his family no matter what. And I support the father on that, is what I do. Um, he goes to prison or something, he's going to be set up like a king. There ain't going to be nobody bother him for protecting his family.
Yeah,
I
as
think it's
far as
messed
the
up.
Haitians goes, I mean, we already know about, there's some good Haitian people out there, but, we already know about the cats and the dogs. But that shooting sounds 100% justified. If your woman and child is
Yeah,
in a car and an illegal alien immigrant tries to run up on you and carjack you, I don't care if it's a
yeah,
U.S. citizen. I don't care if it's a woman. I don't care if it's a woman with children. If she's trying to carjack you, she's going to be sent to Allah, just like you Muslims would
yeah.
say.
Let's just face it. Okay, in some alternate weird universe, they got the multiverse in Marvel.
Yeah.
You're familiar with okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in another world, another time, there's a Trump that tries to carjack you. Now, are you such a staunch Trump supporter that you're going to let him carjack you, or are you going to defend your
No,
family?
I'm gonna defend my
I'm gonna-
family.
yep,
I
bingo.
don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the president of the United States. If he's trying to carjack me with my family in there, he's done.
Yep.
All the illegals, this
It's
includes
a
the
question
bias
or,
overstays, should be deported.
oh my gosh. Listen, it's a question of where he or she should have aimed to hinder it enough time to stop the other armed person not happening. Okay, I don't know if that has to do with what Brother Rowe just said, but let me tell you what. If I have to draw a pistol to defend my family, I am not doing less than lethal bullshit, nothing. You will see me as the devil reincarnate himself if you don't already.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, guys, get those likes up. Drop some super chats if you have questions, comments. Show some love. It is the first day of the month. Happy August, everyone. Happy Saturday. If Jesus
How
was a
do I think
Jew, he
ICE
wouldn't have
victims
gone against
feel?
Judaism. I don't
I
think
don't care
Jesus
how
ever went against Judaism. I think Jesus
they want to.
just said
They
stuff
want to know
that
how
they didn't believe.
they want to know how ICE victims feel. I don't care. I don't care how ICE victims feel.
I hope
I can
ICE
tell you that
victims, I
pretty
hope
good
their
don't feel shit
families,
right now.
instead of mourning their death, I think the ICE victims' family should realize that their son or daughter was an idiot and they should go on television and tell people not to fuck with federal law enforcement. Pardon my language. But, you know.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see. What else are y'all saying? Deport, deport, deport. Yeah, as I was saying about that, I think it's highly orchestrated. I think those 80,000 Moroccan illegals that came in were highly orchestrated. And you know what? Something else interesting I saw was
What?
George Soros, his son, Alex Soros. He's basically
Yep.
getting his empire from George Soros. George Soros is kind of training him up to be evil and wicked like him. I
Yeah,
saw
he's like Palpatine.
I saw Alex
Soros.
Soros basically meeting with the prime minister of Spain. That is a little bit
Yeah.
concerning. They took a picture the same day the Moroccan invasion of 80,000 illegal alien immigrants happened. Pedro Sanchez posted a photo. The president of Spain posted a photo with Alex Soros. What is he just trying to send a message? Like, this is like kind of a message to the world saying F you, basically. Like, the globalists are taking over and there's nothing you can do.
Yep. Well, that works in many parts of the world, but it has little effect here in America.
Burnell is back. He says, long time listener, first time catching Dustley on here. You caught him on
What
here
up?
plenty of times. Salute Dustley and Graham. How is the new lifestyle treating you? Do you still support Donnie? Yeah, man. I mean, I'm still supporting Donnie. The conflict with Iran needed to happen. We got Operation Stealing the Reality, 2018. The Israel Mossad broke into Tehran and they found 100,000 documents of the Iranian government saying that they had nuclear plans, that they can and will build a nuclear weapon. That's what they said. That's what they found 100,000 documents of nuclear plans on how to build a nuclear warhead, where to send it, how to shoot it, yada, yada, yada. 100,000 documents. And then we fast forward to 2023. We got the leaders of Iran, the supreme leaders, saying that they have the technology to build a nuclear weapon. So even if you don't believe Mossad's findings, you can still believe the findings that the supreme leader and that Iran said, because they said it out of their own mouth. They have the technical capabilities to build a nuclear weapon. And even if they didn't have a nuclear weapon, I'm not a big fan of radical Islam. I'm not a big fan of how they treated America. I'm not a big fan of how they treated their people. And as far as our troops dying, I already know what the comments out there are going to say. Well, what about our troops? What about our troops? That's sad. I mourn their deaths. I want to honor their. I'm going to have to debate you on Donnie. He's doing too much. Sure, man. We can set it up. And we got all these different pieces of evidence of Iran trying to build a nuclear weapon. They have made multiple threats against Americans. And I have like all this evidence of them trying to build a nuclear weapon. They said it back in 2003. They said it in 2023. And even if we still had the JCPOA, it would have expired under Joe Biden. Even if we had the nuclear agreement with Iran still going, the JCPOA, it would have expired under Joe Biden. And we know for a fact he would have not been able to put that nuclear agreement back together because he already tried to do that with Iran. These people have not only been a threat to America, but a threat to American soldiers in the Middle East, and a threat to Israel, and a threat to countries all over the world. I mean, last year, Iran declared war on America. Wait, no, it was 2025. It was around last summer, before we struck them, before we even struck Iran. They declared war against America, war against Israel, and war against Europe. Now, at war against Europe, we haven't really seen too much stuff going on over there yet. When it happens, it's going to happen. Time says, he dropped the super chat. He says Jesus went against the Pharisees, not the Jewish people. Jesus was born in Bethlehem of a Jewish mother, making him Jewish. Not to mention, in the Hebrew Bible, Jesus is referred to as the first rabbi. The first time the word rabbi was ever mentioned was the talking of Jesus, of discussing Jesus and who he was. But man, the only things that you can really say about this Iran war is gas prices, gas prices are still $3.99 on average, which was a lot lower than Joe Biden. Number two is the death of our soldiers. Yes, the death of our soldiers is very sad. That's a major loss. But let's not forget about the 16 soldiers we lost in the Afghanistan pullout. Let's not forget that 500 soldiers a year are dying doing military training exercises. Military training exercises. So more people have died just during the training exercises of the Biden administration and the Afghani pullout than has died in this war. Not to mention, we're actually fighting for something. Even if the regime change doesn't happen, even if this is just keeping nuclear weapons out of Iran's hand for a little bit longer, I still think it's a major thing. Iran was can you say the word? Read the super chat.
Inevitable.
Yeah, say it again.
Inevitable.
Yeah, inevitable. It was inevitable.
It was inevitable. It was going to happen.
Yep, I'm with you 100% on that. I'd rather it just happen now. I'd rather it just happen now. I wish it happened 10 years ago. I wish it happened when we went into Iraq and Afghanistan. But, it is what it is.
Well, I think the timing had a lot to do with it because you've got 90% of Iranians do not support the IRGC. I think that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it too. And many people say, oh, I had one guy tell me before we should have just waited for the supreme leader to die out because he was already 84 years old, and we should have waited for his son to get in power and just take out him instead.
Yeah,
I mean, what
that
is the
don't work.
difference? What is the difference? Stephen Witkoff revealed that the Iranian negotiators stated during talks that Tehran possessed 460 kilograms of enriched uranium to 60%, which they acknowledged was enough to build 11 nuclear bombs. Stephen Witkoff, that's what he said. What happened in the negotiation with Iran? That's wild. What do you think about that, Dustley?
I was reading a super chat. What was that? I'm sorry.
He said Stephen Witkoff revealed that the Iranian negotiators stated during talks that Tehran possessed 460 kilograms of uranium enriched to 60%, which they acknowledged was enough to build 11 nuclear bombs.
Well, they also had a nuclear scientist that said that they were going to do this, or was it a politician? But regardless, they had somebody involved in government in Iran that said they were going to do this. This was their goal.
Iran is no threat to America. It's all for Israel. You realize even if I concede to your argument, which that's not true at all, that's false, that's fake. If Israel gets bombed by Iran, there's going to be World War III. Look up the Samson option. The Samson option states if Israel is nuked, they're going to bomb and nuke every single surrounding country that's Muslim that they can, with no mercy and no caring.
From the way I'm hearing it, Iran actually did attack American soil. They cyber attacked it.
I heard about that.
Yeah, the water treatment plants. They're telling there's some places it's under water boil advisories right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you know what states they are? I heard it was like 7 different states.
No, I don't know what states.
Man, that's crazy.
But see, I don't see why. It blows my mind that they would have our water treatment facilities hooked up to any kind of outsourced internet when it comes to the operation of the facilities.
I mean, they say Iran literally says death to America for 47 years. They tell you that they can and they will build a nuclear weapon. They acknowledge that they have enough uranium to build 10 nuclear bombs. And they scream death to America. They bomb all of our embassies. They make threats all against us. And you idiots still think Iran isn't a threat? Y'all must be living at home with mama and reading propaganda bullcrap.
Let me explain it this way,
That probably
Graham.
explains the $2 super chat because he doesn't work a real job. He doesn't have any real life experience. That's the only way I can explain the $30 bank balance. Go ahead.
Let me explain it like this. If I had cockroaches, literal cockroaches that were smart enough and able enough to hold up signs that they made and able to speak, and they're out there going, "Death to Dustley's family! Death to Dustley's family!" Okay. They pose no threat to me or my family, correct? But you know what? I'm going to go out of my way to go out there and stomp them.
Yep, 100%. Even if they didn't have nuclear bombs, they've done enough to us in the past to make us want to go in there and take them out. Here's what Time says. Dustley, they have attacked American soil, often embassies or American soil. They kidnapped them, 1979, bombed Beirut, 83, bombed Marine barracks, killing 214 Marines, all in American soil. This is all the history of it. And these same morons want to say Iran isn't a threat. You people saying Iran isn't a threat. You don't got any kind of jobs. You don't even live in civilization. You're just chronically online, not even doing nothing with your life. And that explains those $2 super chats saying, oh, Iran isn't a threat. Because if you were any kind of contributing person to this economy, you would actually have some real money. Not just the $2 damn super chat to say some lie. But that's why they broke. That's why they broke. That's all I got to say. That's proof right there. Oh, here we go. Funny enough, Iran wouldn't have 60% uranium if it wasn't for Donald Trump. Sir, they already had about I think 20 to 40% when we signed the JCPOA. Not to mention the JCPOA was going to expire in 2023 anyway. And Joe Biden already gave them $8 billion trying to pull them back into another JCPOA, and they said no, they're not interested. So no, Iran. The nuclear problem is Iran being evil. It has nothing to do with Donald J. Trump, and everything to do with Iran just being pure evil. And even the JCPOA was a disaster. You know, with that nuclear agreement, there were certain parts of the nuclear facilities we couldn't even investigate. Even with the nuclear agreement, there was parts of it where we couldn't even investigate it. 3 months ago, you said gas will go down and has not. Gas will go down. I never gave you a time frame. And gas did go down from 3 months ago. At the start of the war, the gas was higher. Since we have these on and off pauses, gas has gone down a little bit lower. But you don't know because you don't have a car. You've never had a car. You don't put any gas in your car. You've never driven. You don't have a driver's license. And you're still living home with mommy. That's why you keep dropping these $2 super chats that talk all big and bad. If you're going to drop some bullshit, at least drop a man super chat. At least drop something bigger to show me that you're not unemployed and that you got
At
something going for yourself.
At least drop a Lincoln.
Only boomers believe this Jewish propaganda. And only my generation is gonna be at home with $5 in their bank account complaining about boomers and Jews. I ain't even proud of my generation. They're just all lazy bums. I'm starting to side more with the boomers. He's not even a boomer, but I'm starting to side with the older generation because I just can't take these people. Sorry, what'd you say?
With the boomers. I'm Gen X.
Yeah, he ain't a boomer.
I ain't a boomer.
He's 10 years too young to be a boomer, guys. So please, chill out with the boomer. Ask the Jew what he thinks about Jesus. He ain't Jewish. And most Jewish people just think that Jesus was a rabbi.
The only thing that pisses me off about being called a boomer is that boomers spat on Vietnam vets when they came back. We didn't. We were too young. And then growing up, we respected them.
Oh, here we go. We got one guy with a literal photo of Hunter Biden with a crack pipe in his mouth. And he says, he's not a boomer. He's a Joomer.
You think that hurts my feelings? It's coming from somebody who lives in their mommy's basement. Doesn't bother me.
That explains the $2 super chat. If they were worth a damn, they'd be dropping bigger super chats with articulate, longer messages. But they ain't worth a damn. He says, lazy bum says the kid sitting on stream all day. You the lazy bum, $2, $1.99. That's the best budget you got. That's the best budget you got.
Gus Pritchett calls himself a Cold War kid. A Cold War kid. Motherfucker, you ain't no Cold War kid. Man, I grew up teachers showing us how to get underneath our desks just in case we had a bomb raid. You still wet behind the ears, boy.
He says, I love that we were unaliving terrorists. See, that's the type of $2 super chat I don't mind because you're leaving a positive message for us. But if you're going to be hating on us, calling us broke, you can't call someone else broke when all you're dropping is $1.99. You're kind of proving my point. But get those likes up, guys. Subscribe. Back to the Iran talks.
God. I was born at the end of 1988. Gus Pritchett, you're a loser. You don't know anything about the Cold War. You was in diapers. You was probably licking your poo-poo hands.
Oh, my God.
Say you're a Cold War kid. Gen X was Cold War kids, you moron.
What is going on? So much that y'all can't handle to take out some damn terrorists. What's going on that we can't just take out some damn terror? We can't take out terrorists in peace without y'all screaming, "Oh, you're doing it for the Jews. You're doing it for the Jews." The Jews don't control the world. 9 million Jews do not control 8 billion people. The reason you're living in mommy's house is because, I don't know, you're 20 years old. I don't know. Go out there, join the army, do something with your life. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you as far as that, but damn, these people pissing me off complaining about the war. All they do is complain, "Oh, the war, the war, the
Hey,
war."
Gus, the only thing you know about the Cold War is what you learned from textbooks and your poor mommy and daddy telling you about it.
How is Israel a scumbag country? How are Jews traitor? Wall kissers? You don't even know what the wall is called. Couldn't even tell me what the wall was called. Crying about someone kissing a wall that you don't even know what it is or what the name of it is or what it means.
Which which actually, if Gus Pritchett doesn't know no more than what he's read about the Cuban Missile Crisis and the Cold War, technically, Graham, you know just as much about the Cold War, probably more than Gus Pritchett does, and you was born a lot later than 1988.
Gus, I'm a Cold War baby. I'm a Cold War baby. I've lived in ex-Soviet Union countries. I lived in Georgia, so that means I'm a Cold War baby. Look at me, I'm so cool. How many times do I gotta explain it? This war is not because of Israel. Can you tell these people, Dusty, that they're living in delusion?
That's a Democrat, period. They're always in delusion. Diddycrats. Paul Fauci gets it. Diddycrats.
Diddycrats. We need to be in this war because I'm tired of dealing with terrorists, especially Iranian terrorists.
People don't think we should be in this war are full-blown pussies, and they need to pull their nuts out of their wife or girlfriend's purses and man up.
I mean, they're crying this much. Imagine if we're in this war for another year or two. Imagine if we have a draft. Then they're really gonna start crying. It's crazy. They're really, really gonna start crying at that point. Let's be honest. Y'all are against war.
You are not a Republican.
Republicans aren't scared of war. Republicans ain't scared of war, brother. That's all I got to say there.
Really, Democrats really ain't. It's the communists and socialists that are. These young punks that think they're entitled to the money you make.
Yeah. No, I know they feel that they're entitled to it.
If they ain't going to work for $1, what makes you think they're going to go to war for this country?
I don't know. I mean, I had one young punk the other day tell me he wants to tax me more so I can give him free health care. Can you believe the nerve he has?
I've had people say they want to they would do away with our Social Security benefits after we paid into them our entire lives just so that they could settle the national debt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I've heard it all.
That must have been one of the wackos in the Discord. GGB said the Israeli flag love America. Israel does love America. They stand strong and tall with them. That's all I got to tell you.
And America loves Israel. Maybe not the so-called Americans in this chat right now, but let me tell you what. You go to any Southern Baptist church right now, and every one of them will tell you that they support Israel.
Big, bad, tough guys aren't scared of war, right? I mean, if there was an option for me and him to drop into Iran today, send us to war. Give us that mission.
You won't have a harder time convincing me not to stuff my trophy kills.
Get those likes up, though, guys. Get those likes up. Listen, we have plenty of veterans in our Discord. Plenty of veterans. These people served in active duty, and they want done with Iran. They want to finish the job in Iran. Plenty of active duty. We have them coming on all the time. All the time. Anyone with a brain can see that Iran was trying to hurt America or hurt other countries in the Middle East that we ally with, like Israel, or hurt our embassies. Anyone with a brain. You don't just back away. You don't just back away. You don't back off when you're winning a war. You don't do that. Period. No mercy. California, here's a list of the states with the biggest debts. California has $497 billion in debt. If you count their educational debt, it's actually about $1.2 trillion in debt. That is more debt than a lot of countries have. You got New York with $233 billion in debt, which Zohan Mandami basically added to because he had to take tax money away from other cities in New York State to pay for his debt. We got Texas with $217 billion and New Jersey with $213 billion. All those debtor states are blue except Texas. I'm all with you.
Burial says at time, California is a 4 trillion state. Where's my money? A Tracks, New York City quote.
Trax, New York City, that guy's pretty cool. You ever seen him before? He's a jeweler. He's a real famous jeweler.
Is that the Israeli jeweler?
He's half Jewish, but he's mostly Azerbaijani, and he looks Muslim a little bit, but he's Jewish. He's the guy that said, "Give me my effing money! Give me my effing money!" And he was screaming at them at the top of his lungs.
Is he the one that was going to make a gold roof?
No, he's not that guy. No.
Oh, okay.
No, he wasn't that guy. Not at all. Bernal, California has so much debt, only 13 countries have more debt than the state of California. That is wild. Only 13 countries have more debt than the state of California. And y'all want to keep electing Democrats over there.
Yeah, tell me one thing Democrats have managed well.
I don't know. I can't think of it. I can't think of anything, honestly.
He loves a good pig roast says, we went into more debt for the Jews. You know, we've not gone into debt for the Jews. Everything we've spent on Israel, we've gotten back. We get more out of Israel than we give, pal. You need to do your research.
I mean, Israel is one of the top 20 investors in America. Out of 197 countries, Israel is number 20 in the top investors inside of America. Israel basically funds 255,000 American jobs. 255,000 American jobs are funded by Israeli investment. Not to mention, we make $55 billion a year of selling services and goods to Israel. Not to mention, in the last 2 years, they gave us over $200 billion to purchase weapons from us. So we're making quite a hefty profit off of Israel. If our financial relationship with Israel was so positive, it was so bad for Israel, or so bad for America, I mean, why is Benjamin Netanyahu talking about he doesn't want to be so reliant on America and he wants to cut the relationship so he doesn't have to buy so many weapons from America and he doesn't have to spend so much money with us? Why is he talking about that stuff? Bernal says, let's check Don Gavin's bank account. Gavin Newsom's bank account? Yeah. No freaking kidding. We do not pay for Israel to have free health care, brother. There is no such thing as free health care. None of the money we give Israel goes towards their health care. Literally $0. Virtually every dollar we've given them has to go directly back to us purchasing our weapons. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is something a little bit interesting. I'm not going to lie. Alex Jones has gone off the roof. Alex Jones recently said to impeach Trump. What are y'all thoughts on this subject? What do you think about that, Dustley? Over the Iran war, he said...
That's an interesting topic. That deserves a show of its own on its own. But I've noticed one thing. You've got Alex Jones, Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly? And you've got Tucker Carlson. They all have gone off the deep end, and they have one common denominator amongst themselves. Every one of them has had an interview with Nick Fuentes before they went complete nutso. And
Wow,
I
you're
don't know. I
right.
don't know.
It's another person that had an interview with Nick Fuentes and went nutso afterwards.
Yep.
Wow,
So that's
that
what.
is really, really concerning.
Yeah. So something's going on there. If you ever see Nick Fuentes out in public, keep your distance because he's like some kind of weird zombie. He's going to bite you, and you're going to turn into one of these anti-Trumper weirdos.
Gigi said it's all about views.
Could be. That very
Bern-
well could be.
Berniel says Alex Jones always plays both fronts.
Hodge Twins does too.
I have noticed that a lot of sides, a lot of people play both sides. Well, he also says not only views, it's controlled opposition. We got our buddy over there, Ronnie Geller. He's in Israel. He says Israel is a testing ground for U.S. weapons. What do
Not
you think about
Israel. They
that?
almost right. It's Iran.
It's Iran. That's what I say. I say we just fire all the experimental shit that we've never tested over there and try it out.
Dude, I saw some videos on some shit, man. They was blue lightning come out of the skies at the beginning of this shit. They tried some shit over there already.
They need to try again. I want to see some magic shit go on. I want to see some laser
Yeah.
beams, some Star Wars type stuff.
I want to see them open up a wormhole to hell and suck Tehran in.
Oh my god. Level up the like,
No,
smash that notification bell.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
like this fiery hole opens up, and you see all these like little red demons with pitchforks in a lake of fire down there going, "Come on down, come on down!" And then
Yeah,
you see them all
man.
falling in. That's what I want to see.
How many times should we be dragged into war and conflicts because of Jews? We've never been dragged into a war because of Jews. Afghanistan and Iraq was not because of Jews. The main reason we went out there to Afghanistan and Iraq, I'm not going to say this is the only reason, it was a small part of it. But one of the reasons most of the soldiers signed up to join Afghanistan and Iraq was because of 9/11, because of Muslims. So saying that's because of Jews is crazy. Now, another concern was weapons of mass destruction. We got a brother out here that says, folks, tap on the screen, like, comment, share. Let's hit that 500K. I don't got anywhere close to 500K, but I can get to 50K probably. He's speaking in Hebrew too. What's up, though, brother? How you doing? These guys just protect Jews. It's their only reason. No, I let the Jews fight their own battles. I can criticize Benjamin
They don't need
Netanyahu.
protection.
They
They
don't
don't
need
need
protection.
protection. Let me tell you what. If it wasn't for America pulling back on the reins a little bit, by gum, Lebanon would be gone right now.
Yeah. Well, Palestine would definitely be gone.
Palestine would be gone right now. They don't need us. They don't need us protecting them.
I don't think they really want to take out Lebanon. I think that's kind of fitting into their anti-Semitic greater Israel narrative. The prime minister of Israel, or the prime minister, I'm sorry, of Lebanon, he's a Christian man. They got a prime minister and they got a president. The president is Muslim. The prime minister is Christian, or it might be the other way around. But the Christian leader of Lebanon told Israel they need to establish a permanent military base in southern Lebanon because they're digging tunnels. They're like literal rats. They're literally like rats. They dig tunnels underground and they put rockets and bombs and weapons down there. And that's why Israel had to go into there. They even got Lebanon's permission. Can you say what the result in Iran war exactly? You're asking me if you don't speak proper English even, brother. But I'm guessing you're asking me what I want the result to be. To be fair with you, I really don't know and I really don't, care. I just want us to keep going in until they either surrender or the world learns a lesson not to F with us. I don't even care about regime change. I don't even care about the nuclear weapons.
That's
but if we do all that, that's nice.
And that's where I wish Trump would take off the table the possibility of peace for at least a month, and we just do nothing but nonstop bomb them.
We just got to show the world we ain't weak. I'm just waiting for Iran or some terrorist group connected to Iran to do something to Europe. I mean, in Berlin, there was a Muslim that was in a car driving down and running over people in the gay pride protest about a week or two ago.
I heard about that. I didn't watch the video, but I heard about that.
Yeah, that's
Imagine
a little
that.
bit ironic.
The people that the LGBTQ and the Democrats try and protect is running them over with cars.
Yeah, who
Imagine
would have
that.
guessed? Who would have guessed? Who knew that? Who knew something like that would have happened?
But hey, we only protect Israelis. I mean, we only protect the Jews. Yeah, y'all are idiots.
Yeah,
Y'all can't even
y'all are
protect
complete
yourselves.
idiots.
Because we ain't been attacked. We ain't been attacked by the Jews. You all have been attacked by the people you all protecting. So y'all just
Our brother in Israel says, Bibi says we have some surprise in our pocket.
have a surprise in our pocket. Oh, I'm sure we can all guess what that is. I'm not going to give their surprise up. I'm just saying. I believe they have
a nuclear bomb.
I think they have nukes, but they're so close to their enemies, it ain't going to do much good. It's going to hurt them too.
Will Trump hear your words? I have no idea if he's. I don't know if he has. I know the White House staff has. I know someone at the White House has seen my videos before. I know someone out there at the White House is watching me. And that also makes me wonder what other foreign governments out there are observing me. Is Europe observing me? Is the UK observing me? Is Spain observing me?
What? If Europe is observing us right now, I would like to say this comes from the bottom of my heart, Europe.
Listen, if the Democrats are observing me, this comes from the right at the bottom of my heart. But no, I seriously do wonder. I really believe there is probably a 50-50 possibility that if I were to fly into London tomorrow, that I would get to the border, they'd scan my passport and either A, say you're going to get deported, or B, you're going to jail for, hate speech against illegal alien immigrants. And especially considering the White House, Brunel, did you see that, brother? The White House posted a clip of me on their TikTok page. The White House posted a clip of me on their TikTok page.
Yeah,
I was amazed by it.
I want to say something else right now. White House staff, if you're watching this, I want y'all to know Trump's my hero too.
Clip that and post that on there. That's what they did for me. I said the same thing as he just as that, and they clipped it and they put it on their TikTok. I said Trump is my hero, and then one of the White House staffers clipped that, downloaded the video, and added it to their TikTok, which I thought was very, very interesting. That someone out there, I'm going to email that gentleman. I figured out his email address, the guy that downloaded my video, and I'm going to contact him and I'm going to give him a
Sauce, you're thinking of Biden. Biden was the one that wore diapers. He was the one that got ushered off stage by the Easter Bunny. He's the one that fell up steps into Air Force One.
But top performing states with strong economic outlooks and smart fiscal policies include Utah, Texas, Florida, North Carolina. You forgot Tennessee, and all conservative states. You forgot Tennessee, though.
Yeah, we're a big one.
Yeah, you are a big one. You're the biggest one. Financially, you're doing really, really well, the state of Tennessee. Oh, this guy says $5 a gallon, smiley face. Spam Trump's my hero in chat. Yeah, Trump's my hero. You're right. Who knew 178 views, millions of monthly viewers was enough for the White House to download one of my videos and clip it? Who knew? That's just barely any views. Only millions and millions a month. Only millions a month. Even some months, only 7 million views. And a post on the White House TikTok, you're right. That's nothing, brother. You got me. You got me, man. That's no notoriety whatsoever. That's why we got to keep going because that's nothing.
36,000 subscribers,
Yeah, that's
tens of
nothing. We
thousands of
got to
views
keep
per
going.
show.
No, we got to keep going. They're right. That's
Yeah.
nothing. A White House post ain't nothing. We got to get invited to the White House. Then we can brag to them.
Can I cuss at the White House?
You got to ask Trump for that, or ask Marco Rubio or JD.
I'd be on my best behavior.
I can already see you would go to shake Trump's hand. You'd be like, "Is it okay if I cuss?"
Hey, here we go. I go shaking his hand. Man, I've always wanted to meet you, you motherfucker.
Oh my god. Someone says 30,000 bots. You caught me, man. You caught me. I just stream every day to bots, brother. I just stream every day to bots. Can Snuffles come too? Ask Melonia, be a gentleman. Melania, I mean.
Dude,
You
I'd ask
people
Melania to
love your
dance.
small caps. Oh, I just noticed you got a new shirt. I just noticed our shirts are matching.
Close. Not quite. It looks bluish, but no, I had this one when I was down in Florida.
I might have remembered. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the light. It's the light coming off of it. Makes it look a little different. It's a tan. It's a beigey color. I do like this shirt though. It's one of my favorites.
I'm trying to see what y'all are saying in the chat.
A covetous
Oh
Jew.
my gosh. Someone kicked that guy out of here. I'm not even going to read that chat, man. That is heinous, man. You are a heinous, heinous individual.
Ooh, ASAP Yosh.
We got some other people. 10% of our viewers are from Israel.
I did see that. That
A lot of
actually
them
tickled
keep coming in. Yeah, that tickles me too. That could be like 90,000 Israelis right there. And for a population of 10 million or 13 million or whatever they got, that's a pretty good amount. That's like almost 1% of the population, but not quite. That's like 0.08 or something. I don't know what the math is. But I'm sure I could figure it out. They have been jealous of the Jews. Every single anti-Semitic person out there has literally said that they're jealous of the Jews.
Hey, you want to hear something funny?
What?
Gus Richard acts like he actually had a job offer. He says, Trump cost me a welding job, Arcosa Shipyard in Madisonville, Louisiana, and I have every right to criticize Trump as an American citizen, and I'm sticking by my own opinion. Yeah, they say, what they say about opinions? Opinions are like assholes. Most of them stink. Mine don't. And besides, if you was a welder, if you was a welder of any count at all, you would have no problem finding work, pal. You are a liar! Liar, liar, pants on fire. I bet you can't glue two sticks of metal together.
He's probably a self-taught welder. He's probably a self-taught welder with no experience. Let me know who y'all would want to see. JD Vance or Marco Rubio?
Really be good with really either one. I mean, I think that they'll probably end up running together.
He said he did 3 years of welding school.
Ooh, a whole 3 years of welding school. Why did it take you so long? Most people I know get a welder's license within 6 months. What took you 3 years?
a lot of mess ups, a lot A lot of go-overs again. Well, let's think about this for a second. Who do
Did you have a lot
y'all
of
want to see
holidays
as
in those
president?
wells?
Huh?
I was asking Gus if he had a lot of holidays in his welds.
Because, see, Democrats are asking me what I'm going to do after Trump leaves office. Now, let's pretend for a second that Trump leaves office and Marco Rubio and JD Vance run. That is going to give us a whole bunch of content in 2028 alone. Not to mention, if AOC gets in office, we are just going to have 4 years of just laughing back to back, just roasting AOC
Just like we did under Biden.
back to back.
Just like we did under Biden.
If anything, it's easier to make content complaining about the president than it is complimenting him. Because when you're supporting Trump, you always get attacked from both sides 24/7. But if AOC was president, that would just be easy content, easy content, easy content. I mean, this channel is probably going to be, this channel is going to get to 1 million subscribers overnight if AOC became president. I truly believe that. Because AOC is one dumb SOB. She should get back in the bar and make us some drinks. We should teach AOC to make us some Captain Punches.
Hey, you know what? I'd be afraid to let her mix my drinks now. She'd probably try and roofie me.
This guy says Trump 2028, Trump 2032, and Trump 2036. Brother, I'm all with you all the way.
God, we are going to reelect Trump for as long as we can, and when his organs start to fail, we're going to replace them with Tesla bot parts. It's going to be Trump for now, for the next 100 years.
God bless President Trump. The Democrats are delusional and desperate. Wake up, America.
Pal. If there ain't a Palestine, there ain't nothing to fuck up.
Even this guy over in Israel, he's making some comments about some stuff that's about to go down. He says, as the Torah says, and Israel encamped there, opposite the mountain, united as one person with one heart. That is our strength tonight. Americans and Israelites together, we are a world power. I'm all with you, man. I'm all with you 100%. God bless Israel.
It's going to go down tonight. That's a lot of people think, but now actually it would be today. It's daylight over there, ain't it?
Right now it's nighttime in Israel. It's like 2 or 3 in the morning.
So it'll probably be sometime during their early morning. But I think something's going to go down today. I do. There's a lot of people in chats thinking it.
Ronnie says, welder of pipe on oil field make a ton of money. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. Corkfish says Trump is a jerk, but the Democrats are even worse.
There's a guy set up at the flea market that's making bank money welding bullshit lawnmowers for people at a flea market. Then you got the people welding guide rails on the porch decks up in Gatlinburg making buku dollars. Every welder I know is making buku dollars. You know what? Maybe you just overqualified, Gus Pritchett. Maybe you should.
Too many bachelor's degrees, too many liberal arts degrees.
Yeah, you're too overqualified. Too many bachelor and doctorate degrees. You should have just got your welding degree and got out like most people. Well, I can weld 6G pipe. You talk about 6-gauge pipe? Yeah, I know a lot of people that can weld that.
Cone's a welder, and we also got one other guy that's a welder in our chat. What's his name? Red Scorpion. He's a welder too. We get a couple welders coming in.
I bet you all that knowledge, all that 3 years of schooling that Gus Pritchett got, and I bet you he can't cast weld.
Blaming Trump for not having a job is weird. I agree. Blaming Trump for not having a job is weird. It is weird.
Especially when you're a welder. Especially when you're a welder. Technically, you don't even have to have a license to weld. You can look up David Monday. David Monday builds race cars. He's one of the few people in the area that is decent, actually really, really good at welding chrome moly, and he builds chrome moly frames for motorcycles and race cars. And the man writes his own check and never went to welding school day one.
Tom says he can weld 6G. I'm sure you can procreate too. Doesn't mean you should. Oh, I heard the ballroom is complete. Is that true? I heard there's a whole video out right now showing the whole ballroom done and complete. Is that legitimate? Can anyone confirm to me if the ballroom is done? Oh, TIG welding is a little bit more difficult for sure. Can you TIG weld?
Say TIG welding. I said cast welding. See, you don't even know what I'm talking about. You was in technical school for 3 whole years and never once talked about cast welding. Now that's funny, pal.
Yeah, that seems like a waste of money right there to me. He says, I know the terminology for TIG welding, tungsten, and inner gas welding.
Yeah, but the whole 3 years you were in school for welding, you never once heard about cast welding. That's funny. Cast welding is a dying art. Cast welding is something they probably don't even teach anymore, but has a very high demand because as long as they make cast iron blocks and cylinder heads, you have to build an oven around what it is that you're welding. And you have to get it up to, I forget the temperature. It might be 2,300 degrees or 1,800 degrees. And you use a torch and a welding rod, and you go in there and you peel back the mesh that you've got it all blanketed in, and you weld up the little small pieces where they are, one piece at a time with the stick. And you have to, and anymore, you got to make those sticks too. But I wouldn't expect you to know anything about that because you are young and wet behind the ears,
He
child.
says it's obsolete. It's an old process.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's not obsolete as long as they still making cast products. As long as they making cast products, it is not obsolete, pal. It is a dying art. I will give you that. But it is something you know nothing about, and the people doing it are making bank.
Someone says you can cast weld with induction heaters now.
Well, you probably can, but I don't think you're going to get an induction heater big enough to weld a 3406 diesel cat head.
Someone said welding robots took their jobs. I don't think that's a thing,
Welding
brother.
robots ain't doing this.
We got quite a few of welders. Guys, if you want to join our Discord, let's get some debates going tonight. Join the Discord! Link in the bio. Link in the bio. Trump motivated Americans to own their own businesses. I hope, brother. I hope. That's all I'm wishing for. $6061 aluminum. This guy says, I know how to repair cast iron with cast iron welding electrodes.
You know what? He didn't know jack about it a minute ago.
Underwater welding, you can make a lot of money.
2 licenses for that. You got to have a diver's license and a welding license.
Yep,
and then you have to be able to magnesium weld. Yeah, I think underwater welding's cool as all get out.
Yeah. If anyone out there is going to trade school in Florida trying to figure out which trade to do, if you don't mind being underwater, I would recommend that. If you want to start off making 6 figures a year right out of school after you do your apprenticeship or whatnot.
Did actually look at a diver's gear last night. I was just for when I come back to Florida, and you get set up in diver's gear for about $1,500.
You want to go underwater in diver's gear. You want to try it?
I want to be like Jason Statham, and I want to hunt the Meg.
Yeah, that's crazy. If you don't have a capable deck, you'll end up getting the bends. Yeah, they're still talking about the welding in the chat.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of angry demon rats in chat. Poor baby. It's
What are they
almost
upset about?
bedtime. Go have your mother tuck you in bed. Just some bullshit with insulting you, so I just kicked them out of here.
Worry
Something
about
about you
them.
being a Yankee Jew or whatever.
A Yankee Jew? I'm
Yeah.
south of the Mason-Dixon line. Actually, they don't even know what the real Mason-Dixon line is. Can anybody in chats? I bet you nobody gets it right. Does anybody in there know what the Mason-Dixon line is as of today?
Honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know what it is.
Originally, the Mason-Dixon line was the border between Tennessee and Kentucky. But can anybody tell me what the actual Mason-Dixon line is today?
No.
People here locally used to get so mad about this, what I'm fixing to say, because they lived on the other side of Interstate 40. But if you live north of Interstate 40, you're a Yankee. That's the Mason-Dixon line.
Iran threatens to strike other nations' energy fields if the U.S. launches fresh attacks. What do you think about that?
What was that? I was looking here.
Iran threatens to strike other nations' energy fields if U.S. launches fresh attacks.
What I heard is that Iran is asking the world to make them glow in the dark. That's what I heard, because that's what's going to happen. It's coming. It's coming. They don't. It's like a bad fight. It's like it would be like me fighting the Hulk, and the Hulk is pulverizing me and saying, "Just stay down. Just stay down." And I keep getting up. Eventually, the Hulk gonna give me that smack, and I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be dust.
Migrants, some of those Moroccan migrants are already reportedly being sent back to. They're going back to Morocco themselves because they're being starved out and they're facing a lot of hostility in the area of Spain. So hopefully, I mean, obviously, most of them will probably stay, but if we can keep doing that and keep pushing them out of here. You know, they literally had to put armed police officers at the door of the grocery stores in Spain because they were all trying to loot the grocery stores. That's the first thing they went for when they got in here. They started to try to flood the grocery
Hey, Ralph,
stores.
you're absolutely right. I believe dropping nukes is the answer. You got it on. Hit the nail on the head. Not just one. I would turn that desert. I would turn Tehran into glass. That sand would be glass.
MAGA is anti-American. The Democrat Party that burns the flags are calling us anti-American.
Yeah.
You literally burn flags. You literally burn flags, and you're calling us anti-American. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You lost your damn mind. Oh, they're mad about a country they don't even know where it is on the map. Democrats can't even tell you what sea Strait of Hormuz is in. It's in the Arabian
Hey,
Sea. It is in the Arabian Sea.
I'm talking nukes. I want to see them nuke them in the day and target them of a night when they glow.
I mean, I'm not for nuking them. Honestly. If they did
I am.
something like to us, like Pearl Harbor, if they did some kind of devastation to us like that, yeah, we should nuke them. We should level them. But I think we have bigger bombs that we could take out the whole city without using a nuke. I think we could
We've
take out
got small
at least
nukes.
half
We
of
have small
Tehran.
nukes. Hold on here. I'll tell you what our smallest nuke is. Let's see here.
Wow, Mr. Google, they're real smart. Are you an expert on nuclear armament, sir?
The smallest nuclear weapon ever developed is the W-54, a tactical warhead created by the United States in the late 50s. It weighs approximately 51 pounds and has a yield of 0.1 kilotons, making it both lightweight and compact. let's see here. Yield. It's equivalent to 100 tons of TNT. To give y'all an idea, if any of y'all out there have ever lit up an M80 firecracker, a real M80 firecracker, that's a quarter stick of dynamite. So let's see. That's equivalent to 400 tons of M80s.
Madman says, I'm afraid nuking Iran would give Russia precedent to nuke Ukraine. Otherwise, yes.
You know what? I'll have to give him that. You know what? He is right about that. I didn't think about that.
I
So
allegedly heard that Ukraine is doing strikes on Iran, but I don't know how true that is. Let me take a quick search up into that. But if that's the situation, I don't understand how they would be attacking on Iran if they can't even handle their own situation.
same token, I really don't care what Russia thinks. As far as I'm concerned, we can drop one on them too.
Let's see. Yeah, it seems to be true. Ukraine launched a wave of long range drone strikes against maritime logistic nodes in the Caspian Sea. During these strikes, a long range Ukrainian drone hit a Iranian cargo vessel. What do you think about that?
Probably had oil going to Russia
Probably.
because, see, Ukraine's putting a stranglehold on Russia right now. Now, that's a war I really don't care a whole lot about, but we're starting to get entangled a little bit here because, in recent strikes, Ukraine targeted Russia's oil infrastructure and took out some oil supplies, and it's put a hurting on them. So that their next go-to for oil is Iran, and so I could straight up see Ukraine targeting Iranian oil tankers if that's what it was. I don't know if it was or not.
It says some
You
more
said
detailed information right here. It says Ukrainian officials, including President Vladimir Zelensky, stated that operation targeted Russian warships and supply networks carrying Iranian-linked military cargo, such as the Shahad drones and components. It was destined for Russia's war effort. Kyiv maintains that disrupting the Caspian Sea transports routes it's vital to choking off Russian supply lines. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andei Shabi later communicated to Tehran that Ukraine has no intent to target non-military civilian assets or escalate conflict with Iran directly.
Well, that makes sense. If I was Ukraine, I would have done the same move. So that one fellow did bring up a good point, though. If we do nuke Iran, it might give Russia the green light in their minds to nuke the Ukraine. And whether or not I care about what Russia thinks or not is irrelevant when, if they light that off, damage done. So that is a pretty good detail.
Let's see. We need to care about the Ukraine war. No. Sorry, no. Just no. We do not need to care about it. It's never going to affect us in a million years. We literally get nothing from Ukraine. But there is one good thing we did with these. They did sign the deal to give us the resources. So if Ukraine does win or they don't get taken over, we're gonna get all their resources. We're gonna get 50% of the profit from all their natural resources to pay us back.
If Russia's going to monkey see, monkey do with us, okay, which means do everything we do, I can't help but feel like we've bombed Iran way harder than Russia has bombed Ukraine. Am I right in thinking that, or am I wrong?
Say that again.
If Russia is going to monkey see, monkey do with us, the Americans, okay? If they're going to use us as a gauge of what they can do in the Ukraine, okay? We've bombed the shit out of Iran. I really don't think they've bombed the shit out of Ukraine. So they've not been monkey see monkey doing, so doesn't mean they wouldn't. I'm just saying thus far. But am I wrong? Have they bombed Ukraine more or less than we have Iran?
Less.
What do
I
you,
think. I don't know. I've never looked at the numbers, so I can't confidently say it one way or another.
what would you think though? What would you think?
I would say that we bombed Iran way harder.
That's me too, but we could both be wrong on that. We've neither one of us has looked it up, but I feel like we have bombed the shit out of Iran, whereas they have not bombed the shit out of Ukraine. Russia has put boots on the ground. We have not.
No nukes. We don't need them for Iran anyway. And someone else says, just let Israel invade Iran. They can handle it. We have been holding them back. Enough conventional bombs. We need to turn the sand to glass too. That's what Tom says.
He agrees with me on the sand to glass theory.
Some people out there are saying we've bombed them less than Russia has bombed Ukraine.
Okay, and that may be. I can't help but feel like we've bombed Iran more, but without looking it up, I don't know. Can you ask AI?
I can, but Madman says tonnage. Ukraine has had more bombs. We just did it better.
Okay. Okay.
Show me one country with nuclear weapons that the U.S. has toppled. Are you joking right now? Is this a serious question right now? Japan. Japan, Japan, Japan. The only time we ever used nukes, we toppled them. Is that actually like a serious question, or have you been smoking some meth or something today? I don't know. Like, what do you mean? Name one country we've toppled with nuclear weapons. The only time we
Yeah.
ever used
Japan.
nukes, we toppled them. What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? Use your brain for a second. Is that really a serious question? What should I ask? Harder or more? What do you want to ask? Harder or more? Should I ask them if they bombed Ukraine harder, or should I ask them if they bombed them more?
More.
We bombed Japan. I never said Japan bombed us. Let's see what it says. I'm interested what ChatGPT will say. Japan vowed never to have them as a result of blast shadows. It says Russia
That's
has
kind of
bombed Ukraine exponentially more by several orders of magnitude. So, from the sound of it, several orders of magnitude sounds like they've bombed Ukraine a lot more than we bombed Iran.
okay. That ought to give people an idea of how much ordnance we have left too, because we have more than Russia.
Yeah, Russia sent 15,000 ballistic missiles and hypersonic missiles.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't even think we're anywhere close to that. It says the
Yeah.
United States have never conducted a full-scale bombing campaign on Iran. That's what it says.
We've only targeted shit. We've only strategically targeted shit.
Get the likes up, though, guys. Get the likes up.
Someone out there said I couldn't get off the couch. I'm here to tell you right now, for $30 super chat, I'll do 200 to 300 push-ups right here on live stream.
$30 to see you do 200 to 300 push-ups. I think
Yeah,
we
I'll do
used under 100K munitions on Iran. It's probably a lot less than that. Our interceptor stockpiles are down to about 25% of full levels. I have a hard time believing that. We've barely used our interceptors, I feel like.
think we've used any of our up to date shit. We've only used old stockpiles, is what I'm under the impression.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. They can't tell you why they believe I'm wrong. They're just a bunch of bots with brainless comments.
If we targeted the IRGC's goats, that's like a kick in the balls because they ain't gonna have nothing to.
Oh, here we go. We have a guy that loves Iran. He loves terrorists. Why don't you go over there and live with the Muslims? Stop using your Tajiki bullshit on us, your Muslim deception. He says if a country has nukes, the best deterrent from the USA to topple your government. Facts. So he's basically saying that these countries should have nukes. That way they have deterrence from us.
That ain't a deterrent from. That's all the more reason to wipe them out.
Yeah, that's even more reason to wipe them out.
They only had 60% enriched uranium, and we saw what we did with that. We buried it for them.
Brother, can you stop spamming? We see your comment. We're going to address it now. Okay, we're not going to address it now since you just decided to spam. Adios. We've already talked about Israel. Yeah, I think Tajiki, is that how I'm saying it? I don't even know how to say it. I have to learn how to say it right.
Cheeky?
It's basically you should watch a video on it. It's basically what Muslims use for deception. Say wallahi, you're not Muslim. Say wallahi, you're not Muslim. Dustley, say wallahi, you're not Muslim. Say wallahi, Muhammad is gay.
Malahi Muhammad is gay.
Wallahi,
Right?
wallahi, yeah, like it means like I swear to
Malahi.
God. It's like an Arabic word, like I swear to God, you know?
Yeah.
Pronounced
Malahi.
takiya, like that.
Yeah. Malahi Muhammad is gay. If he let all them weirdos in the desert mount him all night long, that's some pretty gay shit. It don't get no
No, they
gayer, and
didn't.
you
They
don't come
didn't. They
back
didn't
from that.
mount him. They rode him. The exact word was they rode him. And don't forget that they were
Yeah.
completely naked, completely,
See,
completely naked.
let's get something straight, okay? It doesn't matter if you're curious or whatever, okay? If you're curious, you just suck one dick, you're gay for life.
That's what I say. Oh, all these Jew haters. The minute I mention Muslims, just say stop hating on their religion. But when the topic of Jews are put up, oh, it's okay to hate on them. No, wallahi, Muhammad is gay. Nothing else to say to you.
Muhammad is gay.
And this guy says the UK hates MAGA. The UK hates Keir Starmer. The UK should hate the illegal alien immigrants pouring into their country.
Yeah. Look, UK. You don't talk about our president, don't talk about our MAGA movement, and we won't talk about how you all are being overrun by the Muslims.
America is such a backwater. I bet you never left the country and you'll see how far behind your asses are. Brother, I've been to over 21 countries. We are the best country on earth. I've lived in over 3 countries before. Okay, you can't tell me nothing about nothing. To anyone who wants to defend Islam despite not being a Muslim, why? That's the thing. I truly believe anyone that defends Islam is a Muslim. There's nothing else I can logically bring to the conclusion of why they would be defending Islam. There's nothing logical about defending Islam unless you're Muslim. Like you never see atheists defending Christianity. You never see atheists defending Judaism. But you will see a Democrat leftist atheist defending Islam. MAGA has won, and guess what? You still have over 800 days of Donald J. Trump in office. Well, actually, I'll give it to you. I think 730 days to be exact, something around there, more exactly. But that's a lot of days for your rear end to be hurting. Your rear end is you're gonna leave this MAGA regime or
A
MAGA presidency,
lot
whatever
of
you want to
days
call
for
it.
bombs to
You're gonna
drop
be
in
walking away
Iran.
like this, holding your rear end. That's how badly it's gonna hurt from constantly
That's a lot.
effing yourself to
Rational
nonsense.
morality says UK loves MAGA. So see, I think that other person was lying.
Islam is probably a pagan religion. Genuinely, even in the USA, these guys are a tiny minority. Yeah, you're right. That's why we won 7 swing states and had over 81 million voters. You're right. We're just a
Hey,
minority.
hey, Tyler, what's Trump going to be impeached for?
People like Zohan Mandami are radicalizing a whole new generation of the youth, and these people have no idea what kind of monsters that they're creating out there. They think people like Nick Fuentes are too powerful and they're dangerous and that they're evil. Oh my God! Wait until this next generation comes up out the ashes from all the mistreatment and all the leftist ideology and all the stuff that you shove down their throat. It's all going to come back to bite you a million times over again. Have you
Yeah,
seen
I'm
Democrat
actually with.
approval ratings? They can't even win an election to a socialist. And that's proof right there about 19% Democrat approval rating. 19% approval rating, Democrat
I
Party.
love to cook for fun. I just want to let you know I'm not doing this for people to love me. Okay, I could care less.
They've said that day after day. They said that in Trump's first term. Every month after every month. Lowest approval rating. They even said in 2016 that Trump had the lowest approval rating in history. And then he won the presidency. Then in 2017, they said he's the worst president in the world. And he has the lowest approval rating. Then he almost won 2020 if it wasn't for the stolen election. And he won 2024. So that shows you how unpopular he is. That shows you how, unpopular he is. He's so unpopular, he keeps winning elections. That's how unpopular he is. America and Israel are the compass pointing the world in the right direction. I'm with you 100%. These lunatics have no freaking
Um,
idea.
I keep seeing someone spam blue waves. The only blue waves that I foresee in the future is the blue waves coming from all the tears from all the Democrats simultaneously crying.
Yeah, that's the blue wave we're going to see. The blue wave of tears. Oh, Castro, cry, baby, cry. You need a binky? You need a binky, little boy? You need some milk? Yeah, go cry. You're the ones getting the last chance. Yeah, come do something about it.
We're starting to get threats again.
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, Trump is going to be president in 2027, 2028, 2029, and if
Uh,
Democrats are really unlucky, 2030.
Negroes, randoms. I would like you to know, no, I do not consider myself far right. I consider myself right so far.
Irrelevant country? Did some idiot just say irrelevant country? If you said that to Donald Trump, he would wipe your whole country off the map and no one would miss you. The world wouldn't even notice if your country was gone. That is so amazing how many socialists and liberals who are pissed off, but they stay here. Yeah, honestly, if I hated someone so much, if I didn't like Trump so much, I definitely wouldn't be stupid enough to watch a guy for months and months and months and months and months and boost up his algorithm and boost up his views. I wouldn't be that idiotic. Are you guys looking at chats on YouTube or another platform? No, we're just on YouTube, but we're working on getting on TikTok, and we might start streaming on Twitch too. Why didn't Biden release the files? Because he's a traitor to our country. That's why. Only if he can listen to a woman. Women listen to me. I'm the man of the house. Women listen to me. I ain't listening to anybody about nothing. Donald Trump is so popular he can win elections in other countries. I really do believe that. If Trump ran for election in the UK, I think he would win. If Trump ran for election in Israel, I think he would win. That's my honest truth. What do you think about that, Dustin? You think Trump could win elections in other
Yeah,
countries?
I actually do think he would win in other countries. But here, I get a kick out of this. Loves to cook for fun. Says, "GD, you guys are the laughing stock of the world." You know what? I don't think we are. I think everybody started hating on us when we stopped sending them money.
Yep.
Like Europe's a good example. Making them pay full price for their meds instead of giving it to them while we foot the bills. No, them days are over. Fuck Europe. I'm ready for us to pull out of NATO. I am done and over with NATO. That's one thing I will get upset about Trump is he goes all the way through this term and doesn't get us out of NATO. That'll be a criticism that I have of Trump, because I am ready for us to be out of NATO.
Apparently we got a lot of people coming into our Discord that they're pissed off. I'm sorry about the Muslim invasion. I would be really angry too if I was you. I would just be redirecting my anger a little bit. Direct your anger towards the actual issue. I agree. F NATO. We don't need
Now
you. Get out
we
of NATO and the UN. I'm all with you guys. Get out of the UN. Get out of NATO. I mean, it's done and dusted. These countries
I
should
agree
pay
with
us
530
billions
money.
of dollars. Spain, Germany, France, the UK, every country around the world should pay us a couple $1 billion a pop to put our military bases on their country. Because at the end of the
Yep.
day, that's
The
deterring
benefit for them.
enemies.
The benefit for them.
Yeah, it's a benefit for them. Hey, what's up, Charles Van Morgan? How you doing, brother?
What up, Charles? I've been dodging the rain today.
You can't trust anything Trump says. All Trader Trump does is lie, lie, lie. Trump has zero moral value and integrity. Sounds like a whole bunch of over emotional opinions.
We just went through 4 years of Biden, and you don't know what a traitor is. You all don't have an opinion as far as I'm concerned.
Listen, if you guys hate Trump, you know what you can do? There is one single thing you can do to get a little bit of your emotions out. You can join the Discord and you can come at me all you want about it. Tell me how you feel, tell me why you hate Trump, debate with me, come on the live stream, but make sure you have the balls to turn on your
don't
camera.
own me. The Rothschilds don't own me. I own my home. I own everything I got. I got one payment, my motorcycle, and you know what? I'll have it paid off by Christmas. So
well, the Rothschilds own your motorcycle then.
No, they
I'm
don't.
just kidding with you. I'm just kidding with you.
Better be.
Globalists stole our livelihood and gave manufacturing to a bunch of third world countries.
That's what I'm waiting for too. 530 D money is the next crusade, and you know what? That's the way it happens. You know, right now we're in the buildup phase of Islamists getting into everything and building their numbers up, and once they start taking things over, using our laws to take us over, that is eventually when
stuff like the Crusades happens.
Yep. After they start persecuting us.
We have a message for you. This guy says, "Hey, Dustley, you remind me of my grandpa. He is a Serbian immigrant and loves Trump and America, and you remind me so much of him."
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Does he have a glorious beard like this too?
He must. He must. Listen, I told y'all, if you want to call us names, if you want to mock us, I could care less. I've heard it all before. Have a set of
Yeah, y'all are
nuts.
here
Come
pushing.
into the
Y'all
Discord.
are here pushing the algorithm for us. Just I don't care what y'all say. Just keep saying it.
Yeah, keep saying what you want to say. 1/5 Norwegian. You know, I was looking at a guy before. He was 100% a Viking. He looks kind almost like Dustley. He has like the same face as Dustley.
It's funny you say that. I've got Viking, a little Viking, an Irish, and Cherokee.
He is 70 and still sharp as a pin. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Chris D, are you even a real woman or is that a trans woman I see in chat? Or is that a
Yeah, I
trans
bet
woman I see in chat?
that's
I'm
trans.
curious now.
With a name like Chris D, yeah, that's a trans name.
I mean, it has a woman as a profile picture. It looks like a trans woman. Here, should we embarrass him and pull it up? I don't know.
Sure.
I'm kind of 50-50. It's not that bad of a profile picture.
Does it look trans though?
I don't know, guys. I mean, we can have. I think it's a real. I think it's a woman. Yeah, I think it's a
Let's
woman.
see. Let's see. You got me curious. Let me see.
Here,
If she
guys,
looks
can you
good enough,
see?
maybe I can turn her conservative.
That's a lot of filter. That's a lot of makeup, and that's a lip piercing. And also, it says, "I
Too well.
love my cat."
Oh, that's
So,
trans.
you think so?
I'm thinking it now. Lip piercing. I love my cat. That could be a trans.
It could be with the name Chris D. I don't know. I'm kind of curious now. If you're trans, join our Discord. Maybe we can get you on here for a debate. Those conversations are always interesting. No fixing that. The old guy has definitely been to Thailand or somewhere suspicious. You ever been anywhere suspicious, Dustley?
Suspicious?
Yeah, you ever
Have I
been
been
anywhere
anywhere?
suspicious?
You mean like somewhere we shouldn't be?
I guess. Oh, I know, like the
I've
No
been.
Kings protest.
But that would be kind of suspicious unless you spent the time to sit there and listen to me.
Hey, Euro and Dustley, what's your thoughts on Alberta joining the United States? Honestly, that's
For it,
another trip I could see myself taking with
yeah.
Dustley, even though I'm not really a big fan of Canada. And what I've heard, Alberta has quite a few of Muslims over there, believe it or not,
I would
from
be
talking with Vinny.
for.
But
I would be for bringing them on as say like a 51st state. Actually, not more like a 51st state as much as like a
a
province,
territory,
like a
like a territory,
territory,
like Puerto Rico or something.
like the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want their vote. I don't think they should. I don't. I'm worried about too many liberals in those areas watering down our conservative vote.
Well, what about the fact that they got Muslims? Are you okay with them joining in with those Muslims?
As long as it's like a territory and they just can't freely come in, keep them in Alberta. Don't let them come into the U.S.
Chris D is your real name, like spelled like Chris with D-E-E? No, we gotta show Dustley a little respect. We don't call him the old guy. He's a young man. He ain't no old man. He could have easily another 50, 60 years on his hands, y'all. So stop hating.
It's the
Easily.
beard. They confuse the beard with wisdom. Look, I get a lot of compliments on this beard everywhere I go. Okay. Look, the young women, they come up all the time. Oh, it's so soft. They like it. They like it.
I mean, imagine naming your daughter Christy, like Chrisdee. Like that just seems like you're taking drugs or something. But no judgment. I don't know. Okay, so you did spell it wrong. I was gonna say there's no way that your mama spelled your name like that. Okay, I stand corrected. I stand corrected. Thank you for
Socialism
clarifying
is the
that.
disease. Socialism and communism is the disease.
Is civil rights for immigrants? If you come here legally, yeah.
Thank you, Jesus, my God. That's American, ain't it?
Yeah, that's American.
Hell yeah. It
KG
don't
says
bother
your
me. I won't
humor always
respond
makes
to it.
him laugh. I love the humor. That's what KG says. Let's see what else are they saying in chats. Let's scroll up. Let's scroll up. Is that guy a Zio? You mean a Zionist?
Yep.
What's wrong with believing Israel, can exist as Israel? Chris was going on and on and on today about how no country has a right to exist. How do you feel about that? I feel like if a country has a big enough guns and a big enough army and they can protect their borders, that's proof right
I've been
there that they
watching
have a
some
right to
videos.
exist.
I've been watching some videos on just the American civilians, the armed American civilians taking on the world one nation at a time. And so far, there's not been a nation yet that can defeat the armed civilians of the U.S. I mean, you know me. I mean, I'm not by far not the best armed person out there, but would you say I'm pretty well armed? I mean, if shit hit the fan like that movie in the movie Civil War,
Oh, you'll
could you
be
not see
good.
myself?
Yeah, no, you'll be all right.
I'll be all right. Yeah, I'm prepared. Bring
He
it
has a
on,
Donald
motherfuckers.
Trump AR-15, and I've seen it before, and I've shot it before. The magazine has a nice big photo of Donald J. Trump on it.
I'm gonna buy an extra upper for it too. I just ain't decided if I'm gonna get the 6.5 Grendel, which is a smaller version of a Creedmoor, or if I'm gonna do the 50 caliber Beowulf. One
50
is long
caliber.
distance. The Beowulf is a short
50
distance.
caliber.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted to just because that 50 caliber is ruthless.
How much is the upper for the 50 caliber?
Same price, $500. I can do a 50 caliber, or I can do the 6.5 grit. The difference is I've got about only 100 yards, 150 yards of range with the 50 caliber Beowulf, but it will decimate all within that area. And then with the Grendel, I can reach out about 800 yards.
Remember that $8,000 50 cal Beretta we saw at the gun store?
Oh, I took mom there today. That's where I got my new belt at. I took mom there today and I had her looking. I'm going to try and tell this story, okay? I'm going to tell one on my mom. I said, when we get there, mom, I said, I want you to pick up a couple of guns. I want you to see how they feel to you, okay? 'Cause I'm trying to talk her into a small, like, rifle and in like a chamber in like 9mm for home protection because it's like a pistol that you can take rifle aim with. I love the idea. Well, I said, when you pick it up, mama, I want you to make gun noises when you do it. I want you to go,
Oh my
she goes, no,
gosh.
I ain't doing it. She goes, no, I ain't doing it. I said, what if I told you I could give you the N-word pass? And you go, die N-word.
Oh my god. What's up?
she,
What's up? Nice people, obviously. That's what he's talking about. Nice people. Nuclear. You
she
know the
didn't
N
say
word.
it,
Nuclear.
but she didn't say it. But what she did say was, is she goes, do, 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 die.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, man, I would love to pick up one of those Beretta 50 cals. I know those things are almost like an investment. Like in 5 years from
Or I
now,
gave myself a
it's
headache.
probably going to be going for about 10 grand. The values on
But
those
yeah,
rifles, I think, are going to go up and up and up and up. But
Yeah.
the bullets for the 50 cal, you can't manufacture your own 50 cal bullets, can you? That would have to be difficult.
No, I can build those. It's easy.
Really?
They're easier. They'd be easier than the 5.56 because the reason being the 50 cal stuff is a straight case. I don't have to worry about the breech. I don't have to worry about the shoulder of the bullet because once you fire it a few times, the case stretches. And if you put build a bullet around a stretched case and it feeds through your gun, it's going to hang up. You're going to have to remove a non-fired bullet, which is dangerous as shit, out of your gun. So in a lot of ways, the Beowulf, that's easy to load. That's no harder to load than a 45 long Colt or a 454.
Some people in the comment section are telling you to get your mother a Draco, which is basically a miniature AK-47.
I was looking at a miniature AR today, but it was chambered in 9mm. See, that's what I like is the 9mm. She's not going to have no issue with that.
What's up, Silence? Hey, Silence, you want to come on stream later, brother?
Yeah, I'm actually fixing to have to hop off here, brother. I'm getting a little wore out.
All right, man. Have a good night. I'll see you later. It was
I
fun,
love you,
though.
brother. I'll be around. I'll be around, though.
All right. I'll DM you on Discord. Peace out.
I want to say one. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here.
I want to say one more thing. Do we have some Jews right now in chats? Because I've not said this today. I'm trying to say this every time I go live. But in case to you Jews, just in case, if you've not heard it today, you're loved. I think you're awesome. I think you're fantastic. I think you're great. Democrats, has anybody told you these things today? No? There's always tomorrow. Love you, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Love you, bro. Peace. All right, guys, we're gonna hop out of here for a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of a snack break, and then hopefully we can get Silence to hop on here. Hopefully, some of you joined in the Discord. And by the way, American, if you're still listening, there's a guy named Sock Cap. You should really debate him on religion because the dude is freaking hilariously, wrong, hilariously wrong, I guess. Peace out, everybody. We'll be back. I hope you guys subscribed.